Nerf.
Hey there guys, won't be a second, I will get started on the next Nerf gun in a moment. I just want to pour myself a pint of Guinness. It's a little trick I learnt the other day. And we'll leave that to settle, and that should become the perfect pint of Guinness. Now, while that's doing its thing, I'm going to do my thing. Now, the other day when my friend Gaz went over and he bought himself the Stockade, I went with him just to see what else we had, and I wasn't particularly going to go and buy something, but so I got 20 quid, 30 maybe, and if I see anything, then I could probably get it. And I did. There's a new line of Nerf guns coming out soon. There's all sorts of different things coming out. It's like a new shotgun one, and there's this and there's that. And I found this, the Stryfe. I was absolutely amazed to see this gun. Now I've got the 12 round magazine in this. It comes with a 6, but I got this magazine involved because, well, it's bigger, and the fact that this is a semi-automatic blaster. It needs a bigger magazine. Now, what I love about this gun is the front kind of reminds me of the Hailfire, with that barrel, the small, tiny rail attachment here, and the sort of open section here we can see the barrel. The motors. They are definitely fast, and they are definitely a little bit louder than the Stockade, I do believe. Here comes the Stockade. I think the Stryfe is just that little bit louder, but it is so much better, because never before have I seen such a gun with such potential. And key point to part 1 of my video where I mentioned the perfect Guinness. Look at that, the perfect pint of Guinness. Oh, that's the stuff. Now carrying on with the potential. Now, as you can see, obviously by the end, you have the chance to attach a stock. With the barrel, you have the end strike barrel piece where you can attach a barrel extension. You have 2 tactical rails, you have one on top and you have one on bottom, but depending on what barrels you use, depending on what you've got, you might be able to add more. This gun will be painted, God knows what just yet, but I already know the name. It's called the Denominator. And with all the potential that I see from this gun, I have also created an alter ego of this gun. It's called the Big D, by putting as much stuff on this to make this gun as big and as awesome as possible, to which I've got some attachments here lying around which I'll show you. But for the sake of the video, we have a barrel extension here from the long shot. So, oh, hello. Go on, you've got on before. There we go. So you've got your barrel attachment, which is kind of cool, although to be honest that is a little heavy, but whatever. So we get rid of the long shot. Let's just put this back on here. We don't really need that. Okay, put that to one side. Anyway, this is the Stryfe. Getting onto the topic at hand, actually talking about the actual gun itself. It has obviously the 2 triggers. It has the standard trigger down here for the motors, and the trigger there for obviously throwing out rounds at your infidels. The little orange button here releases the magazine, which is good. Earlier on this afternoon it did stick a little bit, but I did unscrew it and then push the frame a little bit, and then that just clipped back into place as properly. So if you have a problem where it sticks down and your magazine just keeps on dropping out, then just unscrew a couple of screws here, maybe a couple along here, just to pry the frame a little bit, and that should just snap back into place. If not, take the whole shell apart and just realign it, and then maybe get a bit of plastic and like super glue it down so that it's not going to go anywhere, but depending. You get yourself a jam door. Obviously with the safety features on this gun, you can't do that. So there are a ton of safety features on this gun as per usual. with all semi-automatic weapons, which is kind of pathetic, but that's just how they do things. So, what else do we have? Not a lot really, so I think it's time that we create the Big D. Now for this I chose the biggest attachments that I could find that would propel the gun to make it even more awesome. So, we have the Stryfe as standard, we have the stockade stock, so you can put more elite darts inside here, and that gets you quite a nice, good weapon there. Now for the top, we are going to want scope, so I've got the scope from the long shot. Now I also have some other attachments. Barrel extension, we have actually gone for the recon barrel extension, which is a good one, to which on the bottom we can attach laser sight to. Then after the laser attachment we can have the foregrip, and that is as much it for attachments. So now we need a magazine, to which I got the 35 drum from the old Raider. Now this is the gun that I call the Big D. This is why I love the Stryfe. It has so much potential to be more than just a semi-automatic handgun. It's a semi-automatic drum barrel rifle. Alright then, that's weird. What's going on here? Come on. Oh, pish pot. See what I mean? This thing has the potential to be a beast. But that just looks amazing. It looks like, if you take the drum away and just have a standard magazine or something, it could effectively be a sniper's rifle. But obviously, if you want it to be as big as possible, you're going to want to have yourself the biggest parts that you can get. I mean, I've tried the long strike barrel, I've tried the long shot barrel, and nothing just seems to go well. But with obviously unpainted, I think this just looks like a bomb. It looks like a semi-automatic retaliator with laser sight, foregrip, and a scope, and a fuck-off drum. But this is why I love the Stryfe, because take away all of this, and what you have is a canvas of potential to be a massive gun, or you could just use it as a handgun. But in my opinion, this has the potential to be a semi-automatic rifle with whatever pieces that you want to use. You could use an old Raider stock, you can use a Rampage stock, not Rampage, they don't have one, Retaliator stock, Stockade stock. You could use any piece, any end-strike equipment to make this gun into a beast, as it has the potential. But that is, of course, the Stryfe, down to its basic form, and personally one of my favourite handguns I've ever purchased. So this is amazing. You guys have been amazing. I will see you guys later, because I'm signing off because I have nerfing to do. See you later, kids.